Hello knitters, this is WJ and I am showing you how to work the short rows in my Tilt and Stack Gauntlets, which is a pattern that is available through Sweet Georgia. This is their Tough Love sock, and my main color is the tourmaline, the blue. My contrast color is the cayenne, which is the red. So you can see that I have just finished a pair of short rows in my main color, and I'm about to start another pair in the contrast color. One of the first things and this last stitch is already wrapped. One of the first things I need to do is go ahead and capture this yarn, because when I come back here, I'm not coming all the way back to this point. I'm going to stop 4 short. So I want to make sure that what's going to be my new working yarn is in the right place. And I don't want to have a float on the inside. If you want to have a float, that's fine, but I think it's neater and you're less likely to get a snag if you don't. So you can see my yarn is already set with the resting yarn over top of the working yarn. That's the working yarn. So the first stitch, I'm just going to go ahead and knit normally. And see, that helped capture it a little bit already. Second stitch, you enter normally, then you tilt the tip of the needle back so that when you wrap your working yarn around it, it ends up pulling the resting yarn on top. Third stitch, you knit normally, and then the fourth stitch has that tip again so that it pulls it up over the top. Fifth stitch is normal. And then see, so it's captured for 4, so there's no float on the other side. And you're ready to simply knit around to the point where we're going to turn. Alright, so this is the side that has the German short rows, so it looks quite different from the other side. It looks like this is 2 stitches, but actually it's 1 because of the way it's hiked up. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So you can see that we're 4 before the last turn, because that was the last turn. It happened right here. So you turn the work, slip this stitch over to the other needle, pull the yarn hard over the top, and you can see that that hikes the stitch up and over. That's why that side looks a little odd, is because they've all been hiked up, is because all the turned stitches have been hiked up and over. And again, it looks like 2, but when you unwrap it, it's just going to be 1. You just work it as though it were still 1 stitch. So now I'm going to purl back to the point I need to on the other side. Alright, so see, you can see that that's 4 before the last turn, because the last turn was right here. So then you bring your yarn to the back, slip that stitch over to the right needle, yarn comes back to the front, slip the stitch back, and turn. And that's that pair of short rows worked. So now you're ready to do the capture on this side. So again, you're set up with your what's going to be your resting yarn over the top, working yarn underneath, and you're ready to work another pair. Alright, so now all the short rows have been worked, and you can see that the slant goes all the way up the side. That last stitch was wrapped, and now it's time to unwrap some of these stitches. So I'm unwrapping with my main color, so I've got that going, and you can see that's the first turned stitch on the German side, and I'm just going to knit it as though it weren't a kind of hiked up 2-stitch thing. You just knit it as 1. And I'm going to do that all the way down this side. Alright, so that's what the German side looks like unwrapped. Then it's time to do the wrap and turn side. So on that side you're going to knit to the stitch that needs to be unwrapped. Insert the tip of your right needle into the wrap, then knit the stitch normally. See, the wrap's still on that right needle, so then you take the tip of your left needle to pull it off. I'm going to do that all the way up the wrap and turn side. And that's the wrap and turn side unwrapped. So I hope that's helpful, but if you have any questions, you can contact me through Ravelry. My name is Dovijay, D-O-V-I-E-J-A-Y, or you can go to my website, dovijknits.com, and get in touch with me there, and I will be happy to help you. And I can't wait to see your finished gauntlets. Thanks, everybody.